All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, Phil Rose? It's Mass Mayor here, and welcome in for episode 1 for Blueprints, which is kind of loud. I need to start, like, make sure I actually check, like, the audio settings before I actually go live with my streams. But anyways, yeah. Welcome in for... Jeez, that explains a lot. Put, like, maybe right here. But anyways, yeah, welcome in for episode 1 for Blueprints. Game that just recently came out, so making rounds a good bit. And considering the factor that kind of like the art style of it, the fact that it's been kind of compared to, I think, to, like, Myst and such, and just the setting. And I've heard of it being, like, kind of like a roguelike, which you guys know. I definitely, enjoy me, a roguelike or two. Welcome in, Nico. Definitely excited to play this. So, like I said, I know, like, there's been, I think, like, a lot of people have been jumping on this, and it's getting like, a lot of reviews, like, good reviews and everything. And, like I said, I just kind of like the concept of it, what little bit I have seen. So, as someone, like, definitely likes his little, his little puzzle games and everything from time to time, I'm definitely, excited to kind of, like, jump into this and see what it's about. I mean, this is another one of those I've definitely tried to stay, in the dark about as much as possible. It's definitely gonna be one of those where, of course, like, the little, my rule about spoilers is definitely gonna be in play. So hopefully I won't have any, too many issues with that, because I know some people like to be like, oh, you need to do this. I was like, yeah, you need to, like, just let me solve it on my own. Because some people like to be about that. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't happen tonight. So anyways, yeah, I'm really excited to jump into this. I actually picked it up with some, like, little bits of birthday money, that some of my friends sent my way. Which thank you guys for that. So yeah, picked up this as alongside, TMNT, Splintered Fate. So that's gonna be something I'll be playing sometime soon as well. Maybe even tomorrow, depending on how things go. Because me and the guys, we are gonna be doing, like, the demo for a gentleman's dispute. That's going to be, like, a lot of fun tomorrow. But for now, let's go ahead and jump on into this and see what this is about. This is my second stream today. We did, like, some of Repo earlier. Hopefully it's going to be more of a lax experience compared to, like, the chaos we're dealing with Repo, especially considering some of the enemies I just wanted to just deck. But, yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get the show on the road, guys. So, yeah, probably should actually check some of the other settings, see if there's anything for, let me see, graphics. I mean, I'm playing on the PS5. Okay, well, that's pretty vague. But, I mean, I am playing on the PS5, so it's not like there's going to be, like, a whole bunch of stuff concerning graphics. No controls. Okay, that's even more vague. Whatever, you know, I'm pretty sure they'll probably like just teach me or something, maybe. So one that I know is like we're mapping out a state or whatever, and there's a lot of blue stuff. I don't know. Maybe I might also possibly be a prince. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I was a few rounds, like, you know, I was the king of losers in Repo a few times earlier. You know, beat that, make it EV43. No, I got an ego. You're the one that was mad. I kept getting the crowd more than you did. Watch the Repo stream, guys. Just see what was going on. And also, speaking of Repo, I might need to do something about that scare counter. Bye-bye. Okay, anyways. So, Logo Bomb Presents, which what I heard, this actually is their first game. What I've heard about these guys is apparently they've done like a lot of stuff for like commercials and other organizations and everything. This is their first time actually doing their own game, so it's going to be really interesting to see how that goes. So, it's going to be pretty cool to like see, because I mean, the fact is their first game, apparently it's been getting like a lot of, you know, good talk and everything. What are you looking at? I thought it was Colonel Mustard. Oh, he dead. Okay.
And hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Nice digs.
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
So here's where it's for all the funny faces I was just making, rogues. I'm just gonna go and just say it. That right there. The whole thing about like pretty much, you know, leaving, like, you know, like me having to find, like, you know, it's basically just echoed, trying to find the best way to say this. If you want my treasure, you shall have it. I've left everything I owned in one place. It just sounds like, you know, he's basically just like a more proper, you know, version of One Piece in a way, and I love it. That was like that was such a drawn out Gold Roger speech, and I'm absolutely here for it. It just like made me think, like, you know, literally the whole concept behind One Piece is him saying, like, you know, I left all my treasure in one place, or one piece. You know, if you want it, you know, you should have it. You know, you shall have it, and whatever. You know, if you look for it. And basically telling me, is like, okay, you know, if you want my treasure, you gotta find the 46th room of, like, this house. As long as I ain't trying to have, like, fight Blackbeard and Don Quixote do Flamingo and all that. But, alright, so anyways. Just like, open only in the event of my death. Well, I mean, you kind of dead. You explained that, so. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have found memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. It says this when he's dead. You know, it's kind of a bit of a morbid, you know, but anyways. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further away from my mind when I chose you as my heir. That said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. Well, I mean, trust me, I'm probably going to be taking a lot of notes here, you know, because I'm having there's going to be like a lot of reading. No tools or items may be brought into the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove as impediment for someone as resources yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half century, and I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path to go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Yeah. So basically, it's going to be procedurally generated, I guess what they're trying to say. The Mount Holly Blueprint. To serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure, you may access the blueprint menu by pressing R2. So when I say Antechamber, I swear I think that's like a game I played years back called Antechamber, but obviously not related to that. So anyways, okay. So let's get down to the brass tacks of this. All right, bedroom. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2. Closet, 2 items. Hallway. I'm going to try bedroom. I really do like the graphic style of this. I mean, kind of makes me think like Borderlands, but a little more toned down to an extent. Like, it's definitely got like a comic, you know, concept to it. All right. Greens from Reddington. Well, thank you. All right, so what we got here? The trunk is locked. Okay, well, I knew that wasn't going to be too easy. You just wanted to make sure. All right. So my guess is... Or you already read that. That looks kind of sus. Okay, we're not... I don't want to go yet. No, leave me alone. Hold on a second. Is there nothing in here? So I'm guessing like maybe like not all the rooms actually have something going on with them. Okay, so this might be a problem. I mean, because I don't think I can go back is the problem. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to the storeroom. I mean, I'm trying... Well, first parlor. Whatever. Last thing, I just jumped in this. I'm going to get the hang of this. This is the black box. This is the black box. The black box. Okay, y'all trying to be... All right, y'all trying to be clever now. Okay. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving an invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. Okay. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry? Mike Lowry? I don't know why I just thought of Mike Lowry from Bad Boys. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box is a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. Oh, give me the damn wind-up key. I'll solve this, no problem. Watch and learn. See? Nailed it, rogues. I totally just, like, saw the puzzle, and I've concluded there ain't a damn thing in that box. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, it looks like we're not doing that anymore. Anyways. Oh, hold on. Wait, I guess we are. Okay, so... Well, I guess we're not. I'm gonna be back room. I'm gonna see you again. I'm gonna remember this. Off to a great start. Off to an amazing start. Right, I'm gonna go to the closet. Got a key. A shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. Yeah, wow, like, oh my god, this kid's a genius. This kid he just solved, like, the whole mystery. Way to go there, Sherlock. I never knew a shovel could do that before you... See, here's what I do. Obviously, I mean, I'm probably gonna definitely, like, botch getting, like, the, gotta be cheating. I take the freaking shovel and just bash the snot out of these boxes. Actually, no, I wouldn't or whatever, because those are pretty intricate boxes, but... Hang on a second. What just happened when I did that? So you can... Oh! I'm goofing. Oh no, I'm trying to like figure out this. I'm guessing with the aha. Another key. Some coinage. Okay. I can definitely see like what they're talking. I will say I've never really played too many of the Myst games, but I know enough of them to kind of definitely see the influence here. I can get 10 steps so I got to the guest bedroom. That's what we're doing. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly just ambiance. You know, still, it kind of sounds a little ominous. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note. Thank you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. She's basically just calling him dull. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles. Crap, we're doing math. And appreciate that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Well, I'm hoping I'm not going to need to know the rules of anything, because I suck at math. And darts. Y'all see me play Arcade Paradise. Y'all saw how much I sucked at that. Car keys? I like how I'm just I like immediately called what that was, just by looking at it, because it had like a little fob on it. Okay, All right, what's going on, gentlemen? Whenever you enter chapel, you look... So we're just giving, like, donations? We'll check the hallway. It is definitely a hallway. You know, doors in the west wing are most likely to be locked. The pantry. Probably get the corridor, but... An apple a day. Oh. I like how apparently that, you know, it pretty much just gave him more stamina. The concept of it. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have extra guests exploring the house next week. But these steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back a change from the pantry and leave it in from the order and leave it in the pantry. Don't mind if I do. I mean, I'm not stealing, I'm helping them share. Lavatory. It is definitely a bathroom. See, this, like I've said before, this is the kind of tub I've always wanted to have. Like the tub, admittedly, the tub in my house is not really one where you can really kind of stretch your legs out and everything. Like when I'm going to go to the gym, Epsom salt baths are kind of a must. And I just like would love to have like a tub like this where I can just pretty much just fully submerge myself. Cause I'm kind of tall. I'm like 6 foot, so. I was thinking there might have been something in here. I guess like maybe some of the rooms are like throwaway rooms or something. But I mean also just like part of the architecture. Okay, I wonder, can we warp? Oh, they've actually got lore to it. And there's rarities things too. That's pretty cool. One of the many nondescript hallways snaking through the estate and provide elegant caseways between the more noteworthy destinations the house has to offer. I mean, I would hope you can't have any house without a bathroom. Technically, an outhouse is a bathroom, but we're not going to go into semantics there. I just got to remember that, you know, every time I go into another room or whatever, it cuts down my steps. All right, or whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. Okay. Technically speaking, if I wanted to, I could well, you only get like 10, like, you know, whenever you, because realistically, if I'm right, probably gonna happen, but yeah, okay, yes, it's canceling itself out. Oh no, hold up. Okay, no, it's basically staying this. I was like, wait, did I find an exploit? But obviously it ain't gonna work. Because you basically, when you exit the room, you lose a step. When you go back into the room, you lose a step, and then you gain it back. You gain 2 back. So technically, it just like loops itself. So we already failed that puzzle, it looks like. I'm having a feeling I can't get a do-over on it. Okay, so we got the, I need to watch where I go, because I can end up like, you know, hold on, what's this? Searching this state can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 step. When you no longer have steps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Okay, just making sure. I already knew, but... Don't tell me I kind of screwed things up already. Wait, hold on. Bedroom. No, I think we already went in there. Hold on, car keys, right? Yeah, went off the map. So as long as I got some car keys, I'm having a feeling like, you know, make a wish. Maybe it'll come true. I don't know what he wished for. Can we go through here? I mean... You know, see, now here's the thing. This is where game logic just completely just like, you know, just goes right out the window and all that. Or like, you know, I just basically just say the heck with it. There's literally like, you know, the fence. You can literally like, you know, jump this or whatever. And if not, you know, if you decide you want to be like more adventurous, you can just like, you know, just jump right through the door. Well, if I was here, I mean, I wouldn't be letting the locked door like keep me from going. I'm going over there and I'm gonna check out what's over there. I was like, bud, you gotta like stay on track. So it means that I can go out here and go and explore like, you know, all the way down here, like into the woods and everything, but you can't let me go through like, you know, a little hole in the wall, you know, a door with a hole in it. Someone's camping in my potential house? Or is this kid's house? Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay. Okay, this is his house. You're not allowed to stay overnight. Stay in the state overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. All right. So that's his digs. Well, this looks very, very secretive of you. Okay, so... Wait a minute. I was about to... I don't know why that tree trunk right there looked a little bit sus for a second. This kind of feels like we're just at a tutorial phase right now, of course, and then we're going to get into the actual puzzle solving. Which technically I already had one puzzle, and I goofed that one. They're really loving the view right there, right? It's pretty awesome. Okay, also, so there's a way we can go down. I'm just trying to, like, just kind of get the lay of the land here. Because my guess is everything out here should probably stay consistent. It's going to be what's inside the house that'll change. But I might be wrong. Geez, they want to make sure someone don't get through there, don't they? Okay, yeah, I mean, thank you, Vertigo. You know, it was nice to see you again. Okay, now this just screams like, you know, there's going to be like some kind of horror aspect to this game, but I know it's not going to be the case. Okay, we're going to have to come back when we get like maybe a lighter or something. I don't know. So I know like what I did hear about is that there are supposed to be permanent items you can get, but I don't know exactly which ones they are. All right, let's get back into the house. We've already, like, you know, wasted enough. Thankfully, I haven't gone through like a whole huge number of footsteps, but still gone through enough here. So it's probably gonna be coming back, put me down to 42 when I get in here. Yep, the answer to all of life's questions. 42. For those who get it, you get it. Okay, anyway, so we got ourselves a bit of a problem here. I'm trying to figure out, like, you know, which way we can go. See, because, I mean, there is the parlor. Thinking about it, I think I know which way we can go. They really do love their boards, don't they? Crap. See, this place is confusing already. I'm only about, like, you know, like 8 rooms in or whatever. I'm already getting lost. Yeah, I don't think probably not, because basically, you know, whenever I go in here, that's the thing, I can easily, like, just kind of, like, show like that. Plus, I am going to be reading everything off of me, because that's the thing, I kind of hate, like, it is kind of blocking it a little bit, but it's only, like, you know, I mean, just kind of, like, give you guys, like, a bit of an idea on, like, what the map looks like and everything, but I feel like if I eventually start plotting it up, you know, they're going to see more of it anyway. But the main thing is the fact that it does, like, you know, at least show what room I'm in up there, and it kind of shows, like, the things that's going on with it, so I can easily, like, do that. All right, so anyways, parlor. That's not helping either. Okay, so is it possible I actually just simply goofed up, like, in my first day here, and I can't progress anymore? I think that may be what's going on here. I know I got the shovel. I mean, obviously, we'll probably use that outside. I'm going to go and call it a day. Okay, so it says the inventory will be reset. I'm not entirely sure, because like I said, I'm learning the game. I just got into it. We haven't even, like, really hit 30 minutes on it yet. Because I don't know if it actually will do dead ends. But I feel like that would be a possibility for it or whatever. Like, you know, that's obviously one way they can go about, like, you know, you have to, like, go through and, like, start stuff fresh. It says it's gonna, like, change the layout, because obviously, like, because in a game without combat, one thing they can kind of, like, do to pretty much keep you from progress, of course, is cause dead ends. I know there's supposed to be, like, permanent items you can keep or whatever. But at least it's, like, more comforting knowing, because originally I thought, like, when I heard that this was gonna be, like, a, you know, it's gonna be timed. I thought it was pretty much in the sense of, like, you know, you had like a certain amount of time every day, not like the steps. Okay, yeah, so we keep like, Alright, so yeah, that's that, and we go to room direct. Yeah, so, so we actually get to keep our rooms here. So the rooms are logged, so that's one thing right there. So at least we do get to keep, like, you know, our room history, which is pretty cool. Okay, so, we'll do the bedroom again. So we're gonna need a key for that. I'm pretty sure it's gonna probably, like, lead somewhere else. All right, nook, corridor, guest bedroom. We'll do the nook so we can get the key. Okay, not gonna lie, this looks kind of cozy. Like a lot of, seats here like to go hurt your butt, but I mean, assuming the key right here even goes to this. All right. During another word, as you continue your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations of the past. Grab paper, or perhaps most often, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having inside you on your journey. I'll be okay at the moment. I do have a journal right there I can use, like, moving forward, but I mean, I've got, like, you know, my markers to it. Actually, no, never mind. I stand corrected. Yeah, I've got, like, a rocket book. So I got, like, one of these little things. It's like it's a dry erase journal. So pretty much, I can pretty much just, like, you know, like, scribble it and everything. You know, this pretty much is a dry erase, you know, pencil or a pen to it. Had this for a few years, wherever it's been pretty reliable. So I'll basically kind of, I got a couple pages I still need, like, kind of like, you know, write stuff back off of. I'll just kind of put that right there just in case. And Amber was calling it, like, starting off, saying, like, you know, she probably, like, you know, she would probably, like, need, like, a notepad or something. Okay, so we got the key. So it'll be the same stuff in here, or... Definitely not the same stuff. So basically, crap, I should have read that. The silver key's gonna go to a particular door. Thankfully, I can kind of see right here. All right, it says, unlock a door with a silver key will lead to a room with many doors. You can skip that Alice in Wonderland stuff there, buddy. Hold on, it says there was another room right here. Okay, we know the lavatory ain't really gonna, like, help matters. We'll hit the den up. Okay, now this looks definitely cozy. We got two different ways we can go here. Let's see what we got going on with this one. Okay, we can do the storeroom, which we already got a key and a jewel. All right, we'll do, because that can go some items we might need. A gold, is that a gold key? Okay, that's just like a standard key, and we got like another jewel. So we still got a jewel out of it anyway. Well, I got 2 gems for this. Opportunity to earn and spread. But we need to try to do a puzzle here. Now that's that freaking box puzzle. I'm determined to do this box puzzle. Alright, there will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box is a prize, but then the other 2 are always empty. Okay. There are 4 boxes in this room right now. Alright, there are 4 boxes in this room. There's only 1 box in this room. The gems are in the true box. Okay, so let's think about this. One box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize, but then the other two are always empty. Okay, so let's think this over. There are 4 boxes in this room. There's only 1 box in this room. So we know dang well this one's lying its ass off. The gems are in the true box. See, the kick to it is both of these could be lying. I think, because obviously we know there's more than 1 box. We're looking right at 3. The gems are in the true box. There are 4 boxes in this room. The problem is we're not seeing 4 boxes. But see, what the trick to it is that there's a box inside the box. So that's how I'd look at it. Yeah, I mean, apparently there's been plenty of people getting streaming it, but welcome in, Jeremy. So like I said, we know this box is lying unless there's some kind of trick to it. There's only 1 box in this room. Because, I mean, like I said, we're literally looking at 3 right here. Gems are in the true box. See, that one could be stating a true statement or whatever, but I'm going to say this one because it's saying there are 4 boxes in this room, and I bet you there might be a trick where there might be a box inside the box. I'm probably going to be wrong, but... Shoot. See, I thought that was gonna be like one of those little trick questions too, and there actually was literally gonna be a box inside the box. I know, like, that would be like sometimes how they'd pull that. Okay, we failed it again. So it may have been this one, might have been, because we know that one was lying its ass off. Okay, well, we struck out on that one again, Rogues. We'll get it though. So I feel like I'm doing a wonder pick on Pokemon TCG Pocket with those boxes. Okay. Well, that's the thing. That's basically a lot of times how I go with things. Like, usually, like, how many times have I played a game where I've come out and tried to go with, like, some kind of very off-the-wall solution to it, and it was just like, oh, just do it. Answer's right there. Just pay attention. But I'll be trying to come up with some kind of very convoluted, off-the-wall solution, because that's how my brain thinks at times. Like I said, I was like, try to think like 3 steps ahead on something and not realizing I'm like tripping the whole way. All right. So anyways, that didn't work out. So back to the Nook or the Den. I might have locked myself out again. Hold on a sec. Den. Wait. Yeah, we got a problem. I think I might have like just locked myself out again. I don't know if there's a way through this time either. I think I've already, like, ended this run. Like I said, I don't know if it actually is dead ends, but it feels like it. Okay, no, never mind. We got 2 other ways we can go. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I could do the guest bedroom and get my steps back up. See, it's not letting me, like, repeat it. And I only did it, like, 'cause I only was able to do it once anyway. Because that wasn't like the other one where I was able to kind of go back in and get 10 steps every time. 1 star for each time you've drafted Observatory. I'm going to try this one. I got some gems. Okay. The Fixed Stars. The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Ben Aries, Bird and Sons Publishing, 1809. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations and observer effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, help you easily identify these constellations and impress your friends to discover the joy of stargazing. North Star, 1 gold. The Twins, 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. The Slice, 3 steps. The Mundus Minor, 1 gem. The Southern Cross, rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Farmer's Apple, apples are extra delicious today. Clavis, the key, 1 key. Diamond Major, Diamondus Major, 5 gems. Straxus, the dead. Dead end rooms are more common today. Yeah, we don't need any more of those, thank you. The sale, everything is 50% off today. Florelius, bloom at the sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. Okay, so just gotta identify some consolations. Alright. So I'm guessing I can go ahead and access this thing now. I'm just enjoying just exploring this, though. That should about do it. There we go. So I guess, like, pretty much is it gonna be, like, just pretty much, random which one I get? I don't know what that thing is right there or whatever, but... That one's a little bit more confusing. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. On floor. Each time you click on a door, you'll draw 3 floor plans from each from which you must select to draft. However, there are some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Okay, so basically, let's just re-roll the plans here. But it's a breaker box, lavatory, utility closet. I kind of want to go for the commissary because it gives us 2 places, and we got like a gym right here. But or do we redraw the? I'll redraw. Release a room of color of your choice. All right, secret passage. Green thumb, the halls of holly, green thumb. All right, the key, red rover, gold sink. I'm gonna say gold sink. I don't know what I just did, but this game's definitely confusing, but I'm pretty sure I'll get the hang of it over time. Ooh. Okay, so gold, I guess gold rooms are for yeah, the problem with this, I ain't got no monies. Only got like 1 gold. Yeah, that one's for sale, isn't it? Jesus. Oh, so they do stuff, huh? You don't have to pay the gym cost on floor plans. While drafting, you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. You're more likely to draw... Okay, so we're spending whatever you gain steps from eating gains twice that many steps. Because I don't know if these are actually permanent items or what, but I can't afford any of it. Who knows, maybe if I can come back. Alright, breaker box. I think it's too rich for all of us. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'll say dark room. I don't know what I just did, but... It's kind of like a case where I just like flip switches and hope for the best. Okay, we still got, don't we have another way to get, uh-oh. I think I might have just opened up all my paths. That's exactly what I just did. Crap, okay, both those paths lead to the drawing room. So, yeah, I think I might have, dead-ended it again. Let me see. Hold on a second. Or should I try to just like spin this around? There's like no point to it. I'm guessing like, you know, every time I come through here, I can plot like something different. I'll get like something new maybe. I don't know exactly how that works. But I've got... Yeah, the drawing room. The only problem is I was only able to do it once. I can't re-roll. The drawing room was a one-time thing. Okay, so I'm guessing we're done for now. For today. I mean, if I can figure out the whole breaker box thing right here, that might help, but... This toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected losses of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. It feels to me like how that would probably work is if I end up getting like, you know, a layout where I could get access to those rooms, but I couldn't open them or something. So I had to like come in here and turn the thing off, like to open it. This game definitely doesn't hold your hand, and that's what I like about it. God knows this is gonna definitely be kind of tough, but I'll figure it out. For right now, though, I may need to see what's the deal with all the globes. All right, I kind of feel like, yeah, that was a bit of a bust this time. Being a bust. And I do kind of want to go out here and just make sure that nothing changed outside, because I said the layout can change, but I doubt that's the case. All right. Call it a day. Yeah, I mean, I'll figure it out. I mean, at least we access more rooms that time. Save and continue. I'm definitely, you know, can't wait to get like more in the actual puzzle aspects other than that one thing. All right, so just kind of like look at this real quick. Looking at the room directory or house history. So it's a humble bungalow first, and then a small cottage. So basically, it just seems like it kind of like just changes, you know, it's the entire layout basically becomes like a different type of house every time. All right, we'll go for this way first. Well, there's the breaker box at least. I feel like I could go ahead and access this one, but also I could like, you know, we'll do spare room. Okay, for this, we got the nook anyway, and that could kind of lead around. But see, if we do the hallway, there's a chance we can have like 3 different ways. So we'll do hallway or... Okay. This helps. Okay, doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Billiard room. Okay, let's not forget they were talking about like something with like, you know, the darts and the math puzzles. Okay, so yeah, I remember like we heard something, like there was some talk about this before. There was a previous puzzle based around this that we heard of. But the question is, I think I've already figured this one out. Five. Okay, it's kind of like just going through and getting like all the numbers up right here. It looks like 5, 13. I don't think like the order really matters. Problem is I can't really see that one that well. 5, 13. It's like a 12. I may be wrong about this. 3, 15. Of course, the 8 ball. 5, 8. Should be all of them, right? Okay. I think if what they're trying to tell me is correct, however, I got to aim for these numbers on the dartboard. And it looks to me like every single one of them's on there. Okay. Five. Now, I don't know if the order's going to count. 12. 5, 13, 12. 3. 15. 8. I think it might be sent to the actual order. Could it be like we gotta do it like hang on. So that's the trick to this, or that's the kick to it. It goes back to 19 every time. So let's try this. 13. See, there's like one of these where the number changes. 12. Oops. 3. 15. 8. Like, I feel like I'm on the right track, but... Hold up. Wait a minute. 5. No, that didn't... Okay. Yeah, this is a weird one. This is definitely out there. So I definitely feel like it has something to do with like the numbers on the table unless I missed one. It's 15, it's 15, 13, 12. It is a 5, right? Or is that a 3? That's the 3. Okay. So we can't even access the pool table. I mean, they're definitely linked to some capacity, because I remember, like, the woman was like, they were talking about the one thing before, talking about, like, you know, not even, like, needing to understand darts to play, and obviously we don't actually have to play darts. Just got, like, you know, push the buttons here. Next thing is I push 5. We got like that right there. It goes up to the 5, then I push the 5 or whatever, don't do anything. It goes, just go back to 19. Three, 5, 8. 12, 13, 15. See, it stays on 19 no matter what. I push on that, nothing. Again, like, I remember, like, what she said, what the person said, talking about, see, none of these, like, really count anyway, because there's literally, like, some duplicates, right? There's like a 3 and a 5 here, but so the only ones that really count are the ones on the table. And it really don't seem like I can interact with anything else in here except for the dartboard. That's it. Unless I'm really missing something here. The only thing, like, you know, that's concerned me, because I mean, I don't want to be stuck in this room too long. I mean, it's math. They said it's a math puzzle. But I can only push 1. That's the only problem. I mean, I know it's a math puzzle. Like I said before, I hate math, so. Bastards. I should have thought about that. $12. Okay, see, there's this right here. Okay, 19. Oh, God, this is going to suck. All right. 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay. 12 minus 10. No. Hmm. 10. It's not 10 plus 12 on this one. 10 minus 12, whatever. There's no 2. Unless... Okay. (13 - 11). 1? Okay, that wasn't it. Alright, so no, that's 6. So 2 of them together, I guess, means 6. 5 and 1 is 6. 12 minus 10 is 2. Well, 13 minus 11 is 2, isn't it? Oh, what is this now? 8? But... 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, now we're doing this now. 10 times 3. That's not right. 10 times 3. 3 minus 4. No, hold up. Oh, hold up, you sons of bitches. 9876. 18. Booyah. I'll take that. The main thing that was throwing me off on it, I mean, math isn't one of my strong suits per se or whatever, but I can do, like, you know, I can do, you know, that's the thing. I've always studied dividing and things like that. I'll say, you know, I will be the first to admit I do not have a real, you know, I've got a learning deficiency, deficiency in math. But as far as like sum, multiplication, like multiplying, adding, and subtraction, I can do that. It's just the main thing right there. I was trying to figure out what it was color coded to. Yeah, that's the thing. I've always sucked at math, but maybe that means, like, you know, something good for the game, good for this, where if I could actually do a freaking math puzzle, I was just like, wait a minute. So things I think, like, really, like, the numbers were a red herring. Those were kind of like there to throw you off and everything. Because it's that thing, it said billiard room. And I really think that was like another way to try to make you overthink it. Really, it's just a simple math puzzle, and all these are right there just kind of like make you like, wait a minute. I mean, I think like some of them were kind of like, you know, on there. I mean, it might not have been like a total, I think like, you know, some of the numbers were there, but I think like really they were just, these were just there just to make you think. But it could have been something more to it or whatever. But either way, it was just like pretty much just some simple, in the end, it was just some simple adding, subtraction, and multiplying. You just have to figure out like, you know, what like each color was coded to. So I think like, the addition was blue, the subtraction was yellow, and the multiplying was like that pink or purple. Yeah, the only problem with that was there was no division. I don't think. There might have been, but either way. We'll do. Do we do the items, or we'll do the items? Hopefully, it's gonna give me something like I can actually use. I figured that was gonna be a problem. But at least, like, if I have to do that puzzle again, I know how to solve it. Unless they switch it up. But it does kind of feel like, you know, that each time I'm getting, like, a little bit closer to the antechamber. But, I don't know. Alright, there's another guest bedroom. We don't need that. Pantry. Nanner. Okay, I want to test my theory and see if it, hell, it's already pointing out there this time. Okay, yeah, so it gives me another star. So I'm guessing, let's see if it actually is, my theory's tested here. Let's see if it gives me another one. See, Alright. So each time I do this thing, it gives me like a passive bonus if I'm correct. I'm thinking. A pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. We're going to see if that actually, does this starting off now. So what this is like, because that's the thing, that carried over from last time. Apparently the observatory, stays, persistent. So my guess is every time we come through here, we're gonna get another star. That's then we start with that's 1 gold, and the twins, and the next time the slice, 3 extra steps. Diamond is minor. So apparently I'm guessing like each time we're gonna get like maybe a passive bonus. I'm thinking. It says 50% off, everything is 50% off. Because obviously, if you come through and get this, the next time you get the thing or whatever, it's gonna like, basically probably take away that bonus. It says off today. So once we get like another one, that's the thing. Once we get like 15 drafts on it, everything's 50% off. But I guess like what it means, like it's a possibility that for the next 5 times or whatever, we may be able to like get 50% off. We'll see if they're all like, passive, but it kept like the previous star. So it says like there's a star for every time I draft a room. So it's gonna probably be a given to do, because maybe, just maybe it's gonna give me like, I don't know if it's gonna be just like a one-time bonus. Who knows? All right, we're gonna hit up, because the storeroom gives us 1 key, 1 gem, and 1, money. But this right here, I can get like, some of this back, and then give me like another place I can go through. No, dang well they did. Oh, come on. I just got cheated. All right. Definitely should have did like the other room. I just got cheesed right there. There's literally like nothing else in here. Okay, whatevs. I still got plenty of other places I can go in the house. Now I'm kind of getting more of a hang of the game. It's definitely helping. All right, let me see here. All right, so, because again, we still got, all the way back to the entrance hall, we still got 2 other places we can go. My problem is I might have actually just completely borked myself again, but we'll find out. Let's head over this way. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps, but it's a gym requirement for that. So this is a problem. We definitely want to do the den, even though like that means we won't be able to do the nursery, but at least we'll get a gym out of this. Looks like a topaz? So we're definitely like plotting more here. Now we know that this next one's probably gonna end up being like, a dead end maybe. View inventory of all items currently in the house. Sold. Okay, well, hello, big brother. So there's like this story focal here. Okay, this just made things a lot more ominous. For some reason. So is my granduncle like secretly like Jigsaw or something? Like he's monitoring people going through here? I want to play a game. Alright, this just in, buddy. I mean, hopefully this ain't the case where, but your grand uncle might have been a bit of a pervert. Hopefully not. This is a lighthearted game and everything, but yeah. Plot twist, like he pushed it, you know, he pushed like his leg right, and he tripped himself somehow. Oh my. Oh. I figured it out. I just gotta pull up this image on the phone. Plot twist, rogues. His granduncle is secretly the Riddler. I don't know. It makes me think of like the Riddler's little setup, you know, in Arkham City. Down to the green and everything. Okay, now it says like, you know, check the inventory of all items in it. Okay, that's a nice little touch. I like that. It actually shows like, you know, my position. That's cool. I like how they even went as far as like, you know, that little detail right there where it shows me like, you know, moving around right there. That is a really nice, you know, little, you know, tidbit right there. Like they didn't have to actually do that. They could have just left all these like static screens, but they really went that far to kind of like do that little bitty, you know. Yeah, that's cool. So it said like, you know, it's the inventory of everything in the house. The question is, oh. Blue memo's true, red memo's lies. Huh? Oh, here it is. View estate inventory. The following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. The list will be updated as new rooms are added. Okay, so it's not actually everything currently. 2 trunks, 1 fruit, 0 gems, 0 keys. All right, so I can come back here. All right. Keycard system. Security doors are doors within the state that can only be unlocked with electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. All right, security level medium, offline mode locked. This mode determines that the default setting the security doors will be set to a power's loss during a blackout, for example. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any state staff are working on this state. One or two. All right. I might just I like how I just basically hacked practically hack the estate. Log in a network. I figured I was gonna need that. All right. Just trying to check and see if he's got like, you know, some kind of little post-it note somewhere. Usually like how like, you know, the trope goes with this, like, you know, there's a post-it note nearby. That I doubt it's not gonna be that simple, but you know, hey, you know, you can dream. Says blue memo's true, red memo's lies. I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with it. What kind of keyboard is that? You don't even have all the letters on. Well, hold up. I think it's just the basics, okay. Basics for a basic. Alright. Hold up. Effect the first week of December, or staff notice. Effect the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. Two of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed always to our house manager, Miss Babbage. Terminal password, of course. Now, I see an S there, but that's about it. I can see an S, but the rest is scribbled out. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required. See, that's BS. They said, like, you know, red notes are to not be believed. So it means it's probably going to be locked and it's going to like require levers. However, key access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. So we want to believe like the blue one. Still frustrates me about like that terminal thing. Yeah, I see an S right there. Yeah, I noticed that myself when I was getting like the thumbnail for it. Welcome in, Joe. I literally like was Googling it, and it pretty much just popped up. What exactly what you're talking about? Because I was getting my thumbnail, my the placeholder for the thumbnail and the logo. So yeah, definitely see what you're talking about there. Okay, yeah, they said they put these trunks out here. All right, so they're both locked. We'll do the right one. Oh, hello, keycard. Oh, of course I missed the apple. Some chalky ass coffee. It looks like they just. I heard draw yourself a fresh cup or whatever, but it literally looks like they just like it's like a paper coffee mug on the inside. They just like scribbled it. Okay, so we're making like better grounds this time, all things considered. Wait, there was like another way. Wait, wasn't that? Crap. Might be a problem. Was there? No, okay, I'm actually wasting my Yeah, there was another door. Silly me. Silly me. Now see, this right here could be a good idea because they were saying something like in the event of a blackout. I wonder if I can trigger one. But I need another key. I haven't found I'm probably gonna be able to find another one. I need another key for the other chest. I'll chance it. That's the thing. I can just literally like just turn off the key card entry system anyway. So. See, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Do I just like overload everything? Nope. No dice. So this I know I can turn off the keycard entry system. Huh? What's this now? I wonder if like what happens if I turn them all blue. Hmm. Oh Lord. Yeah, this is a strange one, whatever. Because I mean, there's definitely a puzzle going on here. Because I feel like there's a way. There should be a way to turn all of them blue. I don't know what the purple's for. You know, I think I figured it out. See, we do this one green. No? I kind of feel like, you know, we do this one red. All right, and see, and blue. Definitely a tricky one. Okay. Yeah, I've got nothing on it. I'm trying to figure this one out. Feel like there's obviously gotta be like, no, watch. I'm probably gonna go out here and find out like I didn't completely like turn everything upside down, like, you know, all the lighting and everything. But at least it's there, like, you know, for me to do something with later. I want to come back and try to figure it out. Maybe there's like another puzzle in here, but somewhere like that tells me how to actually do that one. Add locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pool. Literally pool. But I need that key. Or do I need it? See, it's gonna give me like, see, it doesn't give me like 3 different ways. I'm going for it. Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Guys, really do apologize for that BRB. Kind of like, you know, goes without saying, you know, times this happened before or whatever. Y'all pretty sure y'all know what's going on here, but hopefully it won't be you know, much longer. This will be an issue. People next door again. And the thing is, it's like 10:52 at night and everything. But, you know, I'm not going to let this, you know, keep me from, like, trying to, you know, continue doing a decent stream for you guys. We're going to keep going. Anyways, yeah. Got ourselves another key. Trunk right here. Kind of want to open the one out in the hallway. Let me see. Noteworthy. As you continue on your venture, you may want to... Alright, right. I already knew that. I'm determined to solve this puzzle. Alright. The gems are on the deck. The gems are in this box. The gems on the floor. Now y'all begin to make me mad. The gems are on the desk. See, this isn't a desk, this is a table. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. They're going to get me again. I know they are. They get me every single time with this. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. At least one which displays only true statements. So my thing is this. The gems are in this box. I doubt that. The gems are on the floor. The gems are on the desk. See, because technically speaking, this isn't a desk. See, last time I tried to pick this one and it screwed me over and everything. But see, I'm thinking about it like this. The gems are in this box. I don't think it's in that box. The gems are on the floor. Obviously, they're not on the floor. But technically speaking, they're kind of on the floor because the box is attached to a table that's on the floor, meaning all this is on the floor. It's not on the ceiling or anything. I know I'm overthinking it. It's not going to be in that box. Give me my damn gems. Stupid ass. Let me get the hell on out of this room. I hate that damn puzzle. I don't ever want to do it again. Quarter's always left unlocked. I hate that damn room. I hate when they do that. All right, can I get in the pool? Okay, fine. Don't let me get in the pool. I'm not gonna want to get in the pool anyway. You got too many dead ends around here. Pool rules. Draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may dare depend on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day, unless otherwise stated. No running. Because we can't have running. Okay, look, I'm going to go and open this one out here. I earned this box. I'm going to open and see what's in it. So, what we got going on here? Well, I like how there's, like, different keys. Okay, that works. And I can go back over here and do this. long as it ain't more keys. I'm glad they gave me a key back. Dice. Ivory dice. While drafting, you may use to roll new floor plan. Totally doing. Totally doing. Also, all right. So, anyways, only problem is I think we definitely dead ended it again. So we kind of maybe got the dice a little bit too late. No, hold on. The den right there. Did we go all the way through the den? I can't remember if the den was like, you know, uh-oh. Was the den a dead end over there? Oh, yeah. It's just a, net. All right. I may not have went this. I totally didn't go this way. I got one more path I can take. Which is things we're running out of. Kingsville. Well, I got plenty of keys. Do we go to the boudoir? Boudoir? Or however you say it. I pronounce it boudoir, but we're going to redraw. Hope for the best. And see, could you really use the guest bedroom? That's going to end my run right there because I won't have anything else to do. I'm going to redraw the plans. Experimental house features. They were saying in the laboratory for tomorrow you will start day with 20 extra steps. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. All right, we're going to do the laboratory. All right, experiment setup. In the laboratory, you are free to experiment by testing and combine different mechanics to create an original unique house feature that will last till the end of the day. Continue with the experiment. Select A. When you draft the red room, lose 5 steps, and then each time you eat an apple. I'm basically going to set your dice to 2. Probably got done a better combination there, but. Research logs. All right. So if I can find an apple or whatever, it'll give me like, you know, some rolls back. Heating and cooling curves. H2O melting point at, all right, room temp, a complete thaw, melting point. Test to whatever. I'm saying that I'm probably going to need that in a bit. I typically work over at Sinica Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine test. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I've been unable to find a laboratory in this state. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians will be appreciated. Don't know if there's going to be anything to that. All right. Machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. What? Hold on. They said don't trust the red notes. If fed immediately, electronic mail can only be accessed via the bullshit. They said, like, you know, the blue notes are the ones we need to keep an eye on. The red ones are the ones we don't trust. Oh. So yeah. As I've said before, I know I could probably never. Hold on a second. These actual frick. Trying to remember, because I mean, the thing is, I used to have the periodic table of elements memorized a long time ago. That's how much I was in the science, but sun looks off here. I may be wrong, but no, that's it. Okay, just want to make sure. I mean, problem is I can't remember like the placements on them. Again, it was a long time ago. I had it. No, I think they're correct. I think they are. I just kind of looked it up or whatever, just trying to get like a. Again, it was ages ago I had like this memorized, but today, with how my memory is or whatever. Yeah. Like the PU, of course, is plutonium. The AM is yeah, thorium, cerium. There's definitely gonna be something to this. Why would they have like the periodic table, there? Yeah, that is like the periodic table elements. I just had to like kind of like do a quick refresher, but I don't know. So we're not gonna be able to do anything with this. Yeah. Yeah, what I was looking at, it seemed like they were in the right places, but it may just be also because you're looking at it from a different thing here. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, so we can't go that way. And I don't think I can really kind of go much anywhere else either. I think I'm pretty much, I ain't even got close to the antechamber this time. See, we got the key card. We just can't use it anywhere. Yeah, I don't think I can really like access anything else today. Yeah. Okay. Call it a day. Cozy cottage. I wouldn't really say it was cozy. That thing was a pain in the ass. Like scientific sacrilege. I don't know. 6 new rooms at least. I should be going in like reading like the lore, because they did have like some lore to the rooms, but the main thing I want to do is I want to go and test this and see if I still have access to those chests. Well, that's crap. So apparently it's only like a one-time thing on the chests. I'm assuming. Okay, we'll do Nook so we can at least get a key. And also, I'm gonna maybe like CS thing about it. Like, I can get the den, and that gives me like 3 different ways to go. Drawing room can as well, but if I don't like what I'm looking at, I can, all right, we'll hold off on this one. Oh, shoot. I ain't got no choice. I forgot about that. I can't access that one, so at least we'll see. So we do this, get extra key, a gem, and money. All right. Yeah, totally. When you're in this room, gain 2. West Wing Hall. We'll do West Wing Hall. Let's go and get everything opened up, so we'll kind of like start to have everything plotted. And then I said West Wing doors are more likely to be locked. Do that one. Courtyard. Got a gem. All right, there we go. All right, At the very least, like, door was locked, but hey, you know, what you can do. Alright, good night, Nico. Yeah, if I don't find it tonight, you know, I'll find it eventually. I'm having a feeling this is gonna be a series, so definitely gonna be a series. But take it easy and sleep well. Catch you later. Alright. Billiard room and parlor. Okay, what did we get out of the billiard room again? I know we got like a... Problem is, I got it to do one. He's not... See, and I would have loved to have done the garage. But I don't have any gems. Crap. Just because I can't even be asked to do that billiard one again. Do the parlor. Gems are in a true box. Well, no shit. This box is blue. Well, we know you're obvious. This box is black. So, here's the thing. Here's the problem. Two of them are being very, very obvious. They said there's going to be at least one that's going to give a false statement. One is going to give a, and one is going to give a true state. At least one's going to give a true statement. Both of these are being very, very real about it. This is a blue box. This is a black box. This one is being stupid, talking about it's in a true box or whatever. So now we got to figure out, like, you know, surprise elimination dictates we got to figure out which one it's in here. I'm going to go with this one. I was really wrong. God dang it. Does anyone, like, try, like, you know, think about, like, you know, just inside the box instead of outside or whatever? I end up getting penalized for it. Also, the room looks different here, but did they change something up? Did they change the rules? Seems false. Got me mad. All right. So do we go with the pantry or? Yeah, that's the thing. I was going by the other two and everything, so I was trying to not go with the one that lied. That was. I mean, I knew the white one lied. So I guess it should be like the other ones are obvious or whatever. I need to go for the one that's not so obvious. See, darn, and then it would not be nice to have the passageway there, but I need 2 gems for that. Oh my god, I hate these dead ends, dude. I really do. That's probably one of the things I don't like about this game. I understand it's supposed to be like add to the challenge, but when you're trying to, like, you know, have a successful run, it's like, oh, guess what? You know, the that's a very suspicious pile of dirt there. Now, I ain't saying, like, you know, see, there's no one right there. I was wondering if I could dig it. You know, dig it up. But, honestly, I can't. Okay, we know that that one's a dead end. Because I'm not having a good run here. I really ain't. But, I mean, obviously, there's still, like, a chance of things turning around. See, we still can access the corridor over here. All right, yeah, I'm probably not going to be on this too much longer. I'm probably, after this run, I'm probably going to, you know, I'll be done. All right, hallway. The problem is there's nothing else really in there. Be nice to go and unlock a green room, but see, the billiard room might let us go somewhere else. And plus, I can try to solve the puzzle in here now that I know how it works, but it may also just completely switch everything up on me. Alright, so 11. 11. 14. Minus 6. It's 8, right? My math is right, which is probably ain't. Jesus. Okay, whatever. Alright, 10 minus 5 times 4, 20. Y'all trying to be funny. Okay, that would be 16. Not bad for someone who sucks at math. Now that I know, like, pretty much know, like, what the symbols stand, like, what the numbers and the colors stand for. So this is just gonna, like, curve back out to the entrance hall. Or not. Just sell me food in the kitchen where I just take it out of the refrigerator and go on my merry little way. Must be a gem in here. See, look at that. Oh, there's a dice. And a hammer. A sledgehammer. Question is, how many times can I use it? Because they're saying I can use that infinitely. That kind of breaks, can break this a little bit. Literally. I mean, I'm broke down. Like, it's too bad you can't, like, use it, like, to break down dead ends. Redraw. Be right back, guys. Don't know if you guys heard the car alarm going off out there. Sorry about that. But yeah, see, it just leads back to over this way. Okay, it looks like that was basically like the end of this run anyways, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna like you to play some more of this possibly tomorrow or maybe Monday. We'll see how things go. And also just kind of having to end the stream right here because like people next door are being very noisy right now again. But hopefully, like I said, this won't be a problem like too much longer. It just, I hate like it seems like every time I like seems like things are kind of, going good, with the stream. Apparently sorry, for kind of getting a little bit flustered, but at least we still had a good, stream for the most part, guys. But yeah, it's like $30-something where, but yeah, it's been pretty interesting, Joe. I mean, it's like a unique, take on roguelikes. But anyways, guys, oh, well, thankfully they're not gonna be here too much longer. They're being, basically forced to leave. They put down, like, going kind of insane, I don't know if I said already, but apparently they have, like, put down, like, paid, like, some money, like, to our landlord. He's got, like, another place lined up for him. They're gonna, like, because I don't even know if they've actually really been paying, like, over there at the house they're at right now. But, next door, but like supposedly, they've got like some money, like laid down that they're gonna be given to the land that they've already given to the landlord. They're trying to get the rest of it up. So hopefully, maybe the next few days, they won't be here anymore, and then we can get back to having peaceful streams again. But anyways, guys, that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. If you guys enjoyed the stream, be sure to like, comment, and share. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate you doing that as well. If you're on the Discord server, feel free to join that too. But that being said, tomorrow, me and the guys are gonna be playing the demo for Gentleman's Dispute. Should hopefully be a good time with that. We're gonna be trying to shoot for going live around 2 p.m. Eastern. But until next one, Rogues, much love. Thank you guys for coming down and hanging out with me for this, even though there were a few disruptions. But still had an absolute blast with this. Anyways, see you guys tomorrow for some more multiplayer mayhem. But until then, you guys be safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.